Hey everyone, welcome back. Welcome to Free Create Fridays. If you do not know me already, my name is Daniela and I am your creative transformational doula. I am here to help you transform your life using creativity as self-care. Amazing. I love doing this and I love sharing it. And that's what Free Create Fridays is all about. So today, what are we going to be working on? Today we are going to be finishing up our block of clay, our block of air dry clay, and we are going to be making these fabulous incense burners. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. And you guys will not believe how simple this was. You'll not believe how simple it was. So let's go ahead and get our stretch on a little bit because we are going to be doing quite a bit of sitting for this project. So I want to make sure that we get our dance stretch on before we get started, and then we'll get right into it. I can't wait. Everyone, let's get started. We're just going to spend a few minutes stretching out here. I really absolutely encourage stretching and dance stretching anytime you get a chance to. We spend so much of our time sitting and so much of our time stagnant that we really, very rarely these days get a chance to just be with ourselves and stretch our body. And just appreciate all that our body does for us every day. Just felt my back crack. Oh, it was amazing. And I know that you may say that, oh, well, you know, my body doesn't work. My body has aches and pains. You know, my body this, my body that, negative, negative, negative. And I can guarantee you that the more you tell your body negative things, the worse you will be. The more that you take time and opportunity, just like this, joining in here with me in my stretch, in our stretch, the more times that you do this, that your body will begin to heal. When we love our body and we love ourselves, miraculous things can happen. So I really like to spend a few minutes here just bending forward and coming up to a little bit of a flat back, gently engaging your stomach and standing back up. And you always want to make sure that you bend a little bit in the opposite direction than the direction that you just did. Because our bodies are meant to go forwards, they're meant to bend backwards, and they're meant to go side to side. If you just incorporate a little bit of this movement into your day, you will be astounded at how much better you will start to feel. And because we are going to be sitting a lot for this project, like I said, I want to make sure to encourage everyone to get up and move along with me here, so that we can get a little bit of, just shake it out, so we can get a little bit of movement. Because we all, including myself, we all sit too much in our daily life, and it is very important for us to get up and stretch. So now that we're all stretched out, let's go ahead and get to all the fun. Come on. All right. As you can see here, we've got our workstation set up with our air dry clay from last time. We're just going to be using the rest of that here. You can also use the Themo, which is the poly baking clay. That could also work really well. We've got our rolling pin from last time, our box cutter. You also want to make sure that you grab an incense stick so that way you can use it to measure the size of the hole that will be poking in there. I've also got an assortment here of caps, all kinds of bottle, vitamin, water bottle, all kinds of stuff, because we'll be using the circumference of these to cut out our different petals and things. So pick whichever ones that you would like. We've also got our ruler here, just in case, and a pencil, handy dandy pencil. Alright, we're going to get started. Also here I have the water bucket that I usually use for painting. We're going to be using the bottom of it so for our lily pad to let it rest on so it will hold its shape for later. You just want to use really anything that you have that's round. It could be a bowl, just something that is the size of the lily pad that you'll want to work with. So we're going to take out our clay and get started. Here we're going to divide the clay roughly in half, and then we're going to put the other half back in the bag so it doesn't dry out. The other half is going to be for our lily pad. And here we're just going to roll it out like we did last week. It's just like baking cookies. You want to roll it out to a nice thickness. It's about maybe a little less than 1/4 of an inch for these petals. It's okay if some areas are thinner and some areas are thicker. The thinner petals will be great to use for the inside anyway. So, I'm making happy flowers, just like Bob Ross. There are no Alright, we're going to use a cap here, and we are going to squish out how many circles that we need, which I would cut out 12. You're going to need 5 for the lower petals, 5 for the upper petals, 1 for the base, and then I always like to do 1 extra, just for good measure. You'll also notice that sometimes if you don't use a cookie cutter, that you'll get those little edges, so I just roll the discs like they're little coins on the top of the table, and that really helps tamp down that little edge that you get. So here you can see the differences between the thicknesses. The thicker ones we're going to want to use for the bottom petals, and the thinner ones, if you have any, we'll use for the upper set of petals. You can see the difference here. I'm just going to begin by scoring the base so that everything will stick easier to the base. Classic sculpting technique. Oh, I almost forgot. You also probably need a little dish of water. It's always smart to have a dish of water hanging around when you are working with clay. So we're going to moisten that bottom disc here, and then we're going to take each of those rest of those 5 discs that are a little bit thicker. We're going to elongate them into a teardrop shape. Score the back side, bottom of those as well, and gently press them into the disc. One by one. And you want to make sure that you overlap the petals on top of the petal next to it. Alright, there we are. There's the whole bottom layer done. Next, we're going to do the exact same procedure, but when we lay the petals down, we want to make sure that we lay them in between the petals underneath them, not directly on top. That way they show in the opening in between each petal below. And there it is. Simple as that. Next, you want to take that ball that we saved from earlier, from those scraps, and you're going to want to form it into the center of the flower. This is where we will be putting our incense stick. just going to use a stick that's of a nice size. You want to make sure that it's not too scrawny of a one, because as the clay does shrink when it dries, you want to make sure you have a big enough one that there will still be a big enough hole there for you to use after it's dried. And here we're just going to take our pencil and make a few more little holes to imitate the pistils of the flower. There it is. Look how pretty. I even let it miss terracotta color. Next, all you have to do is gently lift each of the petals that overlap. Gently squeeze those edges that overlap together so it helps them stand up. And you want to bring those petals in towards the center, more so on the upper level than the bottom level. And now we're just going to use a little bit of our water here and shape around the base so that the base holds onto those petals just all that much better. There you have it. There's our flower. And now we're going to move on to our lily pad. Same procedure. You're going to roll it to a ball. When you put it out with your hand, you want to sort of flatten it out in a round shape to begin with your hand. That will make it so much easier to maintain that round shape as you roll it out. And here's where we're going to use the bottom of our water cup just to mark how big we would like the lily pad to be. We're just going to use the bottom of our water cup here to lay the lily pad over so that the edges will stay up, and we're just going to crinkle them almost like you crinkle for a pie. And it's going to sit here, and we're going to let it dry a little before we move on to the next step. So here we are. It's dried enough. It's been about an hour and a half, just long enough for these edges to just harden just enough so that they won't immediately flop down while we're working on it. And we're going to take the back of our box cutter and we are just going to put in the veins of the leaf. Alright, while this dries, might as well go ahead and use up the rest of this clay, and we are going to make another incense burner for a cone incense, and I think I'm going to make a little beehive. Let's see how this works. Want to hollow the clay out with your thumbs to begin with. Just begin making a bowl. And just remember, if you don't like it, you can always roll it up into a ball and do something different. Just going to use the ruler here to score out some of the lines for the edge of the beehive for that iconic shape of the beehive. Seems that our clay has gotten a little dry here, so we're just going to use some of the water all over and use it to smooth out those wrinkles. Seems like the pencil would be easier here. We're just going to do the same thing. Go around and use the pencil to carve into our clay here and make those outlines for the beehive. here, we're just going to use another one of the caps to measure out the bottom cup to go underneath the beehive. We want to make sure that it's one that will actually fit inside the beehive. We're just going to use the cap as a mold here, pull it off, and shape up the sides, push them together until it stands up completely on its own. So here we're just going to take a safety pin and put some air holes in the side of the cup. Also going to take the safety pin and put holes all inside of the creases of the beehive so that our smoke can come out. What I'm doing inside with my fingers is making sure that the holes are flush so that there isn't anything extra for any sort of heat to catch on to or anything of that nature. So I'm making sure everything is nice. There's the holes. You can see them there. Okay, here we are. Everything is dried. We've given it about 24 hours. I've taken this bee here and put it to the bottom because our lily pad dried a little concave because I propped it up on something. Here is our flower. I've already gone ahead and done all of the sanding to this stuff. All you need for that is just your regular 80, 100, 120 grit sandpaper. And now we're going to make sure everything works. Here it all is. Our stick fits, our cup fits, and look, I even made this extra one. It is a replica of my crystal ball. Haha, I couldn't help myself. I had some clay left over. It's got little claw feet. Oh, I love claw feet. Anywho, here we've got some paints. Here's the incense stick again. We have our E6000, which is an epoxy glue. If you're not familiar with it, you can get it at Michael's. Super strong, and it will hold our flower onto here perfectly. We also have a packet of chip brushes you can buy almost anywhere. And here are the ones we are going to use, which is a 1 inch, a 1.5, and a mini that I got out of another pack, one of those random artist packs that you can find. So here I've got a black and I've got some white, and we're just going to put some stuff out. I'm just going to paint. This is only to give you an idea. You can let your imagination run wild, and I highly encourage it. If you are unfamiliar with working with acrylics, they do dry fast. They are water soluble, so as you go, you definitely want to make sure that you have a nice volume of water to work with. Mine's pretty, my water cup here is pretty small, so I think I need to change this out. So yes, working with acrylics, they dry fast. They are water soluble. They wash off of your hands and most anything with soap and water for the most part. You can use the water to extend it, but just remember as you extend acrylic paint with water, it also dilutes the color and the intensity of the color, so chances are you may have to do a second coat if you dilute it too much. But it's all practice. I love acrylics. They're very versatile, but you do have to keep mixing and remixing color. Unlike oil paints, mix a color and let it sit around for days, and it will still be wet. That is the blessing and the curse of working with either one of these mediums, is their drying time. So here we are. We've got the lily pad all done. Working on the flower. gild everything. Put it on the lily pad here and play around with it, see where we would like it to sit. Once we find the spot we like, we can glue it down. Just take a little of the E6000, apply a thin, very consistent layer. You want to make sure you prop it up on something because that 6000 is highly valuable for a small period of time, so it will slip and slide around, so make sure that you prop it up. We're going to move on to our beehive, which I've already started here. It's going to be super gaudy and tabulous beehive. We're going to make a gilded beehive here, just because we can. All right, and we are all done. How easy was that? How fun was that? Oh my God. I think I'm gonna make some more for my friends and then give them away for their birthday and for Christmas. I know some people are getting some Christmas decorations this year. Definitely between last week's and this week's where we made our incense burners, people are definitely getting Christmas presents this year. And I hope you enjoyed this week. I had an absolute blast with you all, as always. So happy for you all to be here and to be bringing creative projects to you so that you can integrate them into your own life. And again, these are just examples. Really, whatever calls to you is your passion. And whatever you're passionate about is easy to love. And when you do things that are easy to love, they really are easy to integrate into your life and make your life better. It seems so simple, but we just don't do it. It's crazy. It's so simple, but we don't do it. Just like all the mindset work. So anywho, thank you again so much for joining me on this Free Create Friday. I hope you had an absolute blast, and I can't wait to see all of your projects. Please, if you make one, when you make one, post it below. I can't wait to see all of the awesome projects in the comments, and I will see you next time.